I'm Elizabeth Henson. Welcome to the Messy Success Podcast, where I'm helping creative dreamers and overachievers tackle business and life. After 6 years of being my own boss, I finally unraveled a tiny bit of what it takes to survive in this amazing world of being an overly creative entrepreneur. I'm your business bestie, here to help you with all those big ideas and to normalize some of the day-to-day struggles that we all share. My mission is simple. I want more women to make a living doing what they love and to feel good about themselves in the process. The best way to start? We can't do it alone. So welcome. I hope you'll hang out with me here where it's totally okay to be messy. Hello, and welcome back. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I had such a good Thanksgiving with my family. We all kind of stay right here in Virginia Beach. There's not really much travel involved. We potluck style the meal, so there's really not too much stress. It was really, really great. So now I am catching up. I am really excited because I am taking December off from shooting. So I'm not really going to be doing any shoot, edit, deliver in December. And this is something that I've always wanted to do, but I am definitely a sucker for people pleasing. And I always get clients last minute that want to book a session in December. And in the past, I've always said yes. And this year I actually said, sorry, we're not taking any more bookings for December. You're going to have to book something in January, or I can refer you out to, any of my friends that are taking sessions in December. So I'm really excited about that. Of course, I'm still going to be working. I'm going to be pouring into my Facebook communities a little bit more and working on the podcast and just doing some other, businessy things now that I am extremely multi-passionate. And I'm really trying to push the envelope and see if I can continue to grow my revenue streams that are outside of photography. So, of course, I'm excited to have the break, but there's also part of me that's like, you got to prove this to yourself. Like, you'll never know unless you take that safety net away, right? So, wish me luck. So, today we're going to be talking about unlocking opportunity. This has been very much on my heart because I've been talking a lot on social media, in my Facebook groups, asking people, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? If we can get clarity on what the problem is and write it down and say it out loud to somebody, what is stopping us, it's so much easier to figure out ways to overcome that and to unlock new opportunities. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that I hear the most that are stopping people from moving forward in any realm of their life, okay? So I don't have a lot of these issues when it comes to my business. I'm very much a risk taker. I'm very comfortable being uncomfortable. I just know that part of entrepreneurship is being uncomfortable, taking risks, doing the scary things, okay? So I do that on a regular basis. But where I was not doing this in my life was in the area of self-care, right? So for me, I had every excuse in the book of why I was not unlocking opportunities for self-care. And I talked a lot about, my gym in a previous episode and how I kind of flipped my lifestyle to be able to make time for these things and unlock the opportunity for self-care. So whatever it is in your life that you feel like you want to move forward, but you're waiting for something. I want to go to the gym, but I'm just waiting for more time. I want to go to this educational conference for my business, but I'm waiting for money. I want to go out to coffee with friends, but I'm waiting to make new friends. Whatever it is that you want in your life, whatever opportunity that you feel like you need, what is it that's stopping you? Okay, let's start with the nitty-gritty. What if it's money? So we're all guilty of letting money stop us, right? Because we all have a lifestyle and a budget, and everybody's financial situation looks so incredibly different and complicated. But I want to get a little bit more specific when, if there's something you really want to do in your life, whether it's exercise more or go to a workshop or buy something, okay? And you're like, I really, really, really want this thing, but I'm waiting for money, or I don't have the money. Let's pick that apart and say, A, of all, how bad do we want the thing? What kind of opportunity is it going to unlock to help me grow in my life or in my business or better myself? And how can I get the money that I need to make it happen? So we're already putting that wall up of like, no, it's not going to happen. Instead of asking ourselves the really hard question of, what do I need to do to make this happen? And if it's money, that's it. That's solvable, right? Unless your goals are just ridiculously out there, then what do you need to do to make that money? Or what do you need to feel confident that this opportunity is going to reimburse that money, right? Because it's usually one or the other type of situation. So is investing in this thing going to unlock more opportunity? But what I'm challenging you to do is, instead of putting the wall up right away, I really want to join this gym, but I don't have the money. Think about, okay, what can I do to get myself from point A to point B, which would be having the money? How can I put that on my calendar somehow that I will do a yard sale or pick up extra shifts or cut out a few bills, right? We have to start making a plan. And that's how we make those big decisions to pull the trigger and invest in something, because we've created some kind of plan in our head as to how we're going to come up with that money or how we're going to be reimbursed for that money. And I had a hard time with that with my gym because we already go to the Y. So my family has a membership at the Y, and here I am wanting to pay for an entire other membership on top of that. But I told myself, if this is the thing that gets me to the gym, then it's worth it. If I'm going, it's worth it. If I stop going, that's when I've got to, really talk to myself about this. And my husband goes to the Y all the time. So he's, we're getting our money's worth over there. He goes, we take our kids to the pool. I am not one to just go to the gym and work out by myself anymore. I needed this other place. Okay, enough about the gym. Let's talk about business. I'm going to get a little bit more bold, but I feel like I need to make the disclaimer of, these are my opinions, okay? There's no right or wrong way to start or grow a business. This is just a little peek into the Liz Henson philosophy, okay? You need to invest in your business. We have to spend money to make money. That is true. It is not rocket science that has to be this way, but investing in your business helps you unlock opportunities, okay? Whether that's a workshop and you're unlocking an opportunity to learn, to have a mentor, to have continued education past the workshop. If it's a community, you're paying to unlock the opportunity to be top of mind for certain people. My creative network is just one example of the women in there investing back in each other, because they all have that same goal of the success of each other, right? And if you're at home and you're trying to grow this business all by yourself because you're waiting for money, or you're waiting for somebody to come and help you, or you're waiting for a different scenario, okay? It's going to be so much harder. We cannot do it alone. And sometimes that means that we have to invest in a lot of different things to unlock that opportunity. And investing doesn't always have to be money. Sometimes it's just time, investing time into nurturing relationships. If you have $0, you can still invest time and energy into growing your business. But I'm telling you right now, if you can open your mindset to invest in your business, you're going to see results so much faster. So if you're like, I really want to do this thing, this workshop, this whatever is out there nowadays, oh my gosh, then what is stopping you? What do you need to do to get to point A to point B? I just had a girl register for our January workshop that's like, I am going to pick up shifts. I'm going to make this happen. And I'm like, yes, girl, like that is how you know that you really want something, right? If you really want something, ask yourself those hard questions of, what is stopping me? Okay, now we know what's stopping you. How can we solve those problems? Because every problem is solvable. everything is fixable, right? It might be hard, but everything is fixable. Every problem is solvable, but you have to put energy into it and put it out into the world that you have to overcome X, Y, and Z. So if you really want to do something and you really want to grow your business, then I really want to encourage you to invest in your business, big, small, big dollars, $0, or just investing your time to get the word out there. Then you have to do that. Don't sit at home alone and wait. Don't wait for the money to come to you. Don't wait for the people to come to you. Put yourself out there, put it on the calendar, and make a plan. That kind of turned into a pep talk. I don't know if that was my intention, but I do firmly believe that we have to invest in our business on a very regular basis. Somebody came to me once that really wanted to do the mastermind program, and she said that costs more than my entire, educational budget for the whole year. And I was like, oh gosh, she doesn't want to know my educational budget because it will blow the roof off. But, it's two different mindsets around business, and there's no right or wrong. All right, let me bring myself back down here. Stay focused, Liz, stay focused. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to dig into is the relationships. And I know that I talk about relationships all the time. It's so at the center and the heart of my core values. But relationships can unlock opportunity. If we feed and nourish our relationships with people, that is going to unlock opportunity. So my big question for you is, what are you doing to step out of your comfort zone to be in situations where you have relationships so that more people can know about you and what you're doing? If people don't know about you and what you're doing, they're not going to know that they need it or their friend might need it. Everybody knows somebody, right? So sometimes that takes investing in these different opportunities to build the relationships. Workshops, mentoring, online communities, virtual communities, in-person communities. It does not matter. But if you invest in opportunities to meet people, you're going to help. That's going to help you grow more than just sitting at home and waiting for the people, waiting for the time, waiting for the money, right? We have to go after it, especially in this loud, obnoxious social media world. We need actual humans who believe in us, right? We're all so busy screaming on the internet that we forget the power of being in a room of actual humans and letting them be heard. We forget the power of that. Invest in those opportunities, pour your time and energy into those opportunities, and stop telling yourself the stories that you're waiting for the time or that you're waiting for the money, because that's all that is a narrative, right? We can overcome those hurdles. At least we have to believe it. If we don't believe that we can overcome the hurdles, then we most certainly never will. But it all has to start there with the belief that we can overcome it and the plan of action on how we're going to get there. So I hope that you'll go unlock some opportunity. I would love to hear your success stories. If this changed anything for you, if you finally bit the bullet and went and registered for something or signed up for a free meetup or did anything outside of your comfort zone, or at the very least, stopped telling yourself that you're waiting on something. Stop waiting and let's go after it. All right, you guys have an awesome day. Don't forget, this is the week of giveaways happening on Instagram. I am giving away some of my favorite things from 2018, which you guys know has been a huge year for me in learning how to take better care of myself. So I'm focusing on self-care in this giveaway. So make sure you hop over to Instagram and check that out. And the Shine the Light Challenge will be coming back in December. So don't forget to pay attention for that. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully even bigger and better than last time. That is all about how loving on other people and shining the light on others can actually help our business grow. So you don't want to miss that one. All right, we'll talk to you later, hopefully in the Messy Squad. Don't forget, you can always join that by going to elizabethhensonphotos.com/podcast, and you can also find our show notes over there. I hope you'll join us. All right, see you later.